welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige and the 2024 Deer Diaries has just begun. Our first trip was in Georgia. It was hot, it was muggy, there were a lot of bugs, and this is kind of how it went. Georgia, day one, dropping the dog off. Got a 4-hour, 45-minute drive. I can't wait to get there.
You ready to go? Hold on. Okay. Stay, baby. Where are we going?
Uh-oh, come here. 4 hours, 40 minutes. It's about a 300-mile trip, but we should be there by 2 o'clock, so let's get it. The trip update is back's out cold right now. Haven't even gotten the deer stand yet. About 11 minutes away from my first deer hunt of the year. 87 degrees. How does going on hunt? That's a little big. Shout out to Oklahoma Department of Wildlife for keeping me hydrated everywhere I go. Just pulled up. Been a 5.5 hour drive. No, it was 4.5 hours. About to go get in the sand. It's hot. It's 85 degrees. Sit number 1 for 2024. I can't wait. Where'd you put all those arrows?
Back seat. Y'all good? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Thank you. Afternoon set, we didn't see much. It was very hot in the blind. 2024 deer season has just started. We are in Georgia. It is 90 degrees and we're sitting in a muddy blind. Hoping these bucks step out. Waited around for a couple hours until I saw a small 8. Didn't want to shoot him, wanted him to grow a little bit. He did come and eat a little bit of the corn until he finally trailed off. We sat for another hour or so, and then we came back for dinner. I knew that the activity of the deer was going to be off of their normal pattern due to the full moon. A lot of the buck's activity that we saw on camera was either early evening right after sunset or early morning before we got in the sand. Good morning. It is day 2. It's 67 degrees, but it feels like it's like 80. Anyways, about to go get in the blind. Wish me luck. We decided to switch locations after that last sit, so we ended up going to a ladder stand and lock-on setup. Sit number 3, heading into a second food plot. Gonna sit until evening. Got a few bucks daylighting in this area. There were 2 spikes that came out into the food plot, cute as can be. One of them actually walked up to the corn pile while the other one stayed a little bit further back. They played around a little bit in front of us and then skirted off back into the tree line. Every 5 minutes during the hunt, I felt like I was checking the wind direction. It had been swirling the whole week. Wind was not in our favor at all. We went back to camp, had very good conversations with some of the old-time hunters there. That's one of my favorite things about being at deer camp every year, is talking to the hunters that have tons of experience, lots of hunts to talk about, and being able to not only hear their stories, but share some of mine. Next morning, we decided to skip the morning hunt due to the fact that the bucks were not only coming out around 8 p.m. after the sun had set, but again in the morning before the sun rose, and we didn't want to bust them out. This farm had a lot of different locations that we were able to hunt, but the winds were a little tough. So we ultimately decided on a double ladder stand in a bunch of planted pines, beautiful location across the creek. Got ate alive by mosquitoes. I want to say this is night 3, sit 5, sitting in a double ladder stand. I haven't been to this property yet, but it looks super nice. Half pines, half hardwoods. Tonight will be the night that a big buck steps out. Getting ate alive. Need that thermocell. And I'm about to put my face mask on because it's buggy up in here.
What do you think about these mosquitoes?
Holy shit. Got annihilated. I'm not even gonna stand yet.
Get up there. Yep. Got that one, so I want to eat that. You're good. He's still up there.
I feel like I'm getting so torn up. Tire tracks right here. 65 yards. It's so beautiful in here. Set up. Now it's time to wait. Oh, my hair. neighbor's dog barking. The hunt continues. Just to set the scene a little bit, we're sitting in a thicket of pines. There's a road right in front of us, and then it also forks to the left and to the right. It's absolutely beautiful, especially with the sun setting on us. Are those fireworks? I hear fireworks in a full production high school band and an ambulance. We're just gonna lock in for the last hour and pray for the best. We ended up seeing a baby fawn that had stepped out and walked all the way in front of us. That was an amazing experience for me to be able to see that deer that close up. I've got a little fawn in front of me right now. She's about to lose all her spots. We heard a couple hustle and bustle in the woods, not sure what it was, but nothing stepped out, sat for a little while longer, and the sun set. The final sit, I'll be honest with you, I had given up. I've been sweating through my clothes every day of the week, weren't seeing much. I had come down here to kill a big buck. The idea that I would come down here and not kill a big buck was not on my mind at all. Hunting early season, before the bucks are chasing the does, is not easy. Going through the emotions of realizing that you're not going to kill something every single time, experiencing those emotions is something that I feel I teach myself every year. Being a new hunter can be challenging. Expecting to kill something every single time, it's not going to happen. There will be times where I will be unsuccessful and I just have to move on to the next hunt, move on to the next day, say my prayers, and get out there, do the best that I can. Georgia was a very humbling experience. I can't wait to get back to Bama, pattern my deer, and start hunting again. Do you realize that your deer are your neighbor's deer? Teehee, just kidding, good luck this year. I can just type my own comments because I know what they're gonna say. I left Georgia Deer Camp very excited for opening day in Alabama. I've been working really hard all summer to get my spot ready, and hopefully I have some success. I almost made it!
You're so close. I heard you go, sounds like fuck.
I'm so stupid.
Like, so close but so far.
I could have stuttered and still made it through the video and it could have ended, but it was... But I know I'm like... You have to get a pillow because this is taking so long. This Georgia trip was... speak. You hear the fan on the camera, like, boy, I'm tired.
Tired as grandpa.
Turn on, bro! Twice about hunting early season, because
I thought you were actually talking.
Shorter trip was very humbling for me. I honestly cannot wait to get back to Alabama. I love fall hunting. That's my favorite time to be in the woods. That's the only time you can be in the woods.